All right. What's up, most glorious ladies and germs, boys and girls? Man, it is your host with the most, Paul Plan 2. Dude, I have been sick for like 7 days straight, but I'm on the road to recovery, so I figured I might as well do a plant video, but hence why it sounds like I'm going through puberty right now. But today I'm working on the outskirts of my garden once again. This is pretty much my guinea pig garden on this side of my house, this side of my property, that's super long and super strong. So behind me, I just have rows of plants on the sidewalk that I have purchased recently. So I'm gonna throw these dudes in the ground, but first, I need to arrange them. So in arranging plants, there are a couple of key steps that I've recently discovered. Now you guys know this is my first year of gardening, but I came across the work of Piet Oudolf, which is this amazing landscape architect who did the High Line in New York and a ton of other great gardens where he combines plants in a very intriguing and eye-pleasing type of way. And he uses a lot of native species as well, which is what I am here to do. So there are basically 2 rules. One is that the colors need to match, okay? So you can have 2 completely different flower forms, but if the colors match, they'll look good next to each other. Or you have the same form. So if a flower's in a spike and you match it with a flower in a spike, it should theoretically look good. Now, his work is very complex. Obviously, he's done a lot more research than your boy, but going off those grounds, I think I can come up with a really cool design and arrangement for the plants. So without further ado, remember, Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
Like this video before it starts, and let's get to arranging some of these plants. Let's go. So first things first, man, I'm going with all native species. I got them at Buchanan's Native Plant Nursery in Houston, Texas. So these are straight species that wildlife can benefit from, and that is what I like. So pretty much the color palette was determined by what was available / what I know best and what I think will look very good in this nice little garden on the side of my house. And you guys see that dark brown fence? Yeah, that's right, I stained it, baby. Video coming soon for that. But once I had everything in place, I think overall the design was looking divine, baby. Always have a plan, Stan. Rule 1, boy. All right, perfect. So everything behind me is laid out in this little area, and I do think it looks good. I was kind of freestyling, but everything seemed to weave its way together perfectionately. So the first plant I'm gonna throw on the ground is actually going to be some Coreopsis, some Coreopsi, plural. Already got one in the ground. A bee was on it earlier, but I figured I surround it by 4 more of its buddies. But in the meantime, I'm gonna need to move one of these guaras because it's in the way, and I planted these before I really had everything planned out. So let's move this dude and then get the Coreopsis in the ground. All right, so what I'm moving is Guara Hemorrhoid. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, this is one of the first things I threw in the ground when I began this whole project. So at that point, I really had nothing planned, and you gotta take the leap of faith on occasion. But now that I do have a good idea of what I want laid out, I put this dude behind a couple of the others because I want a nice pink mass, and so I just included him over here for the time being. All right, so the first plant we're throwing in is the Coreopsis lanceolata, or the lance leaf Coreopsis. Now, this is native to the United States, and I have previously planted one. If you guys live in pretty much any of these states, you can grow them. They have amazing yellow blooms. I have some from seed in my backyard, but I wanted a nice clump and border of yellow in the front of this bed. And what's really cool is the lance leaf Coreopsis can grow in full sun, part shade, or full shade. It's whatever you want, daddy. And they are profuse bloomers. The first one I put in the ground was going absolutely crazy until the dude who built the fence straight up smashed it, bruh. Like, they messed up so many of my plants, it's unreal.
Oh, unreal.
But I threw 2 more in. They're gonna fill in, they're gonna get big, and they're gonna look nice as a border plant. So boom, big pop of yellow in the front. All right, absolutely flawless. So we have the Coreopsis in the ground, and it's looking lovely. And now the next plant that will tie it in with the color is going to be this Butamus acanthus called Benny's Gold. So the gold of the acanthus will match the yellow of the Coreopsis. So let's throw these 2 dudes in the earth. All right, so the Benny's Gold is scientifically known as the Anisacanthus quadrifutus, or something like that, bro. That's a lot of letters, man. That's damn near half the alphabet. Okay. Anyways, this dude is a deciduous shrub that is only native to the great state of Texas. Usually it's in a very cool red color scheme, but I think this dude is gonna be in a nice golden orange colorway. And butterflies and hummingbirds love it. What more can you ask for? It's lovely. All right, we got the Benny's Gold in the ground. And the reason I put it right here is because obviously the yellow matches the yellow of the Coreopsis, but the structure of the Benny's Gold also matches the structure of this coral honeysuckle that is on this tree. So a nice vining plant in a light pink color / red. So you need something that's light pink and red to match that. So what am I throwing in? This purple coneflower, but it really looks pink, okay? And the flower structure of the coneflower will match the flower structure of the Coreopsis. So you have structure matching the color, matching the structure, matching the color, matching the structure. Boom! It might seem complex, but once everything grows in, I think it will look perfectionate. So without further ado, let's get it. All right, baby, we're throwing in the Echinacea purpurea, baby. The purple coneflower. This dude can grow from 2 feet to 5 feet tall. It is native from the central to eastern United States. It's a Butamus prairie plant, and a lot of people love having these in their garden. Now, this is the straight species, so it will get tall. It will be profuse, and it will readily seed itself, which I'm excited about. Attracts butterflies, and it can also be used as a mild antibiotic. Let's get it, baby. All right, my guys. So the next plant I'm throwing in, I'm actually very excited about. So it's gonna match the Benny's Gold. It is an orange color. This, my friends, is a milkweed. And not just any milkweed. This is the larval host plant for the monarch butterfly. So adult monarchs can feed on a variety of plants, but their babies can't. So they only will come to certain species of milkweed, and this is Asclepius. And yeah, I'm gonna plant 4 of these dudes, have them grow, and hopefully we'll see some monarch larvae all up on the leaves. We'll see, but let's get them established, and they also will match the Benny's Gold. All right, scientific name, Asclepius tuberosa. It's called a milkweed, but it actually isn't. It has no milky sap, but this thing is widely distributed across the United States of America. It is a prairie plant and is a perennial, so you don't even got to replant this bad boy, which is amazing. Now, when I bought these dudes, they were encrusted in aphids, so they definitely will get some aphids on them, but don't even fret, bruh. You get a nice little population of ladybugs, and they will bust their heads and eat those aphids. I'm telling you, it happened on my apple tree, and I'm sure it'll happen with these. But yes, they have a very interesting flower structure, or a larval host for a variety of butterflies, including the monarchs, and that's why I'm throwing them in. Big orange, baby. All right, so the milkweed is in the ground. Again, I can't wait for those butterfly babies to just be slurping on the leaf residue. Anyways, the next plant we're throwing in definitely matches. It is the Butamus and native to Tejas Lantana right here. So there are a bunch of different cultivars and colors. There's pink, yellow, red. I think there's even purple, but this is the native variety, and it's in a Butamus orange color scheme. So you guys know the orange of the Lantana is gonna match the orange of the Asclepius, the milkweed, and I think it'll look good. Prolific bloomer, nice feed for the animals, for the insects, and also some eye candy for us. Let's throw them in. All right, this is Lantana urticoides, and this is the only native Lantana to Texas. Matter of fact, it only grows in Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. Obviously, in those conditions, it doesn't need a lot of water, which is great. It blooms heavily in the summer, and actually grew up with the pink variety. However, that is a cultivar, and the thing with cultivars is if the flower is too large or is a different color, or the foliage is a different color than the original straight species, it can confuse the insect and wildlife and deter them from utilizing the plant, or they might not be able to in general. So that's why I got the straight species of Lantana urticoides, and I'm throwing it in the ground. I can't wait for it to grow up. It'll be 3 to 6 feet tall, and these dudes are fast growers and showers, so I know it's gonna be popping this summer. Let's go. All right, baby, so we got the 2 Lantanas in the ground looking lovely, and then now I want to throw a nice backdrop, and so I'm gonna throw in some pink Gulf Muhly Grass. So the pink will match obviously the coral honeysuckle. It'll add a nice backdrop, And grass just has an all-season form and character to it. So right now it's like greenish brown, it'll turn pink in the autumn, and then it'll be a nice brown in the winter. And I think it'll add a clean backdrop to all the pop of color that's happening in the front. So let's get it in. Okay, so this Gulf Muhly Grass I got for 16 bucks, and it's called Muhlenbergia capillaris. One hell of a name for a child, man. I'm taking so much inspiration. Now, these two renditions that I purchased, I kept on the side of my house in my driveway for at least 3 to 4 months. So they are looking pretty bedraggled. I think right now they should be all green, but it is what it is, man. These are native from the central to eastern United States, and this dude can grow in sand. They can grow in pine openings and, of course, prairies. It has a deep root system and truly will pop with the huge color of pink in the winter / fall, which I'm extremely excited for. I'm gonna throw some plants behind it in the future, like some small trees, but for now, I think it'll provide a great backdrop, despite the fact that it looks like some crazy ass hair. But hey, it's nice. Holy Toledo, guys. I am sweating a river. My camera overheated, so I'm sorry if you guys didn't see the footage of me planting the muhly grass. I don't know what I captured, what I did not, but I think it looks pretty good right there. I might move it in the future. It's kind of in a part shade environment right now, so we'll see. But everything else is in the ground. I still feel pretty darn ill. That's why I'm just gonna take my talents inside. I was gonna do some other things, but man, it is blazing hot in Houston, Texas. I'm sweating my bowels off. So if you guys did enjoy this, please smash the like button. I'm trying to stay consistent for y'all. And until next time, man, remember, Earth is my planet. Earth is my planet. We'll see how this develops in the future. And until next time, I'm locked, I'm loaded, and I'm out. Peace.
Killing these songs, leaving a bloody life I roost through. And I'm in it to win it, so I'm somebody that you should get used to.